thanks to the clan. This is a Grimlock Stonehammer, and to you guys on Facebook, hello. Well, I know you guys can't see me there. So today we are going to talk about Muppets, Puppets, and Dummies because it's fun to talk about this. And a lot of people think that Mr. Mandrake is actually a puppet. He is not. He is a puppet. Okay, not a puppet, a puppet. As you can see, there is no thing to him, and Chippy Cthulhu is not either. But let me see if I can lure old Icewing in, see if he wants to join in the conversation. That would be nice. So the reason why I want to talk about this is because of the Dark Crystal Resistance, which is coming out to Netflix, and I thought it would be very cool to talk about puppets, Muppets, and dummies. Why? Because I like puppets and Muppets and dummies. And no, I'm not talking about me, the dummy. I'm talking about actual ventriloquism dummy like Jeff Fafa and some of the other greats of that nature. Now, I am a huge Muppet fan, and I love the Muppets compared to Disney, to Dinosaurs, Labyrinth, Dark Crystal, uh, Storytellers, the Muppets themselves, Sesame Street, are all works of Jim Henson. But there are other amazing stuff also besides Jim Henson that we tend to forget about on thing, because when we talk about Muppets and stuff, we always think about the Jim Henson, but there are also some really messed up gems out there for the adult audiences to watch and be like, this is not the Muppets, you should stay away. And people tend not to listen when they hear this. And they go, oh my god, that is not kid friendly. I just let my kid watch the Feebles. Well, what's Meet the... Okay. Meet the Feebles is one of Peter Jackson's earlier films before he did the massive Lord of the Rings. And it's a variety show like The Muppet Show, but a lot worse for more adult entertainment, it seems. Okay? Yeah, you should... Yeah, it's pretty bad. I think I forgot to do something. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So let me copy this. I want to just do this, and then we'll do this. Hey, Becky, what's up? How you doing? I'm doing great. I'm working. That's great to know. I can't see your face. Well, maybe because you're not on YouTube. I'm on YouTube right now. You can watch the video and see my lovely face for radio, apparently, on Facebook. We're talking about Meet the Feebles. Now, meet the Feebles, we're not your average people. Screwed up as all hell. Peter Jackson has a twisted mind when it deals with puppetry. These puppets went to Vietnam. They had drug addiction, sex problems, all kinds of dirtying, like a lot of... There was gunplay, you saw Muppet parts going everywhere, and it was just completely chaotic. There's actually a scene at the end where the hippo just goes nuts and just goes postmortem on the whole stage. It's very dull and very fucked up. But Meet the Feebles is one of the messed up puppet shows that I actually like to watch and check out. It's always awesome to see. Now, another one would be Happily Ever After with Mr. Floppy. Mr. Floppy was amazing. He was a puppet. That was a bunny that was kind of like Married with Children with a puppet. Now, I like the show. He basically told Jack where to go, and we had more adult-themed things going on. as well. And he used to tell Jack what was going on, and hey Jack, what are you doing? And he was a very bad bunny. And he was given to the father through his stepson because he was getting a divorce with the wife, and Mr. Floppy was with the stepfather. It was pretty interesting because it had a little comedy going on. A lot of people forget that. Um, Greg the Bunny was also an amazing series. It actually brought puppets and humans together as they lived side by side, and Seth Green did an amazing job with the series. I don't know why it didn't take off because it was pretty entertaining from my point of view. I enjoyed it immensely, and Greg the Bunny was living with Seth Green, character, and they were trying to get a show out and for kids because that's what felt Americans can only do to get some recognition is children's programming. And he ended up getting a gig on this kids show. And you had there was a vampire character that everybody mistaked as the Count, and he's like, I don't go, blah, 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 all the time, blah, blah, blah. And it was kind of funny. One of the scenes that I remember to today is they were going to the urinal, and he had to pick up him by the ears and let him pee. I thought that was kind of funny. And there were some other awesome scenes about this. I'm sorry. I don't know where Kurt. Oh, he must be. Tiberius Tark must be somewhere also. Usually that's how that goes. So there are, if you guys want to mention any of the Muppets, Dummies, and Puppets shows you guys like to see, please leave a comment down on Facebook, and I will get back to you on face or on video. I think I heard somebody come in, but I'm not sure.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of Icewing. Yay!
Yay!
So, I was talking about what are your some of your favorite movies or shows that deal with either Muppets, Puppets, or Dummies that you absolutely think are hilarious, Icewing? Do you have any favorites?
No.
Really?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You don't like Walter? Or Ahmad?
I don't know, man.
He's an undead terrorist. Jeff Fafa, Peanut? No? You don't like them?
Yeah, I guess.
I guess. I said Dummies too, so that means ventriloquism also.
And you.
No, that does not mean me. I'm a dwarf. I am no dummy, sir. Get your, you need to fix that, all right? Call me a dummy. I'm more like, I was explained to be more of a Muppet character. And no, we don't need to hear what Muppet character I am, sir. Speaking of which, Chibi Cthulhu says Chibi Icewing will be flying over to the house soon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I should be getting him anytime soon in the few days. So, some of the iconic, one of my favorite Christmas movies that I love is actually puppetry, and that would be Gremlins. I don't know why Icewing doesn't like. Oh wait, I know why Icewing doesn't like Gremlins. They mess with technology, and that's maybe probably why he doesn't like Gremlins. But Gremlins, one of my favorite Christmas movies with the Mogwai. I thought it was awesome. Some of the shit that they do is very creepy and dark, but also freaking hilarious. And one of my favorite scenes in that movie is when they launch that old lady on the on the chair that goes up. It's like one of those sit down chairs that help elderly people up to the stairs and then mess with it, and she goes flying out the window. I thought that was pretty funny, but I'm kind of messed up as it is. Icewing, you're not allowed to say anything about that. Um, yeah. I also like the Gopher in Caddyshack. I think his shenanigans going through the course of the movie made it that much funnier. Now, the Gopher used to do all kinds of stuff with shooting arrows of poison into the person's bum. Uh, that was Dan Aykroyd, and also
I don't even want to know.
You don't remember that? You don't remember that?
I try not to remember horrible things.
You don't remember? Caddyshack was not a horrible thing. Caddyshack was a very funny movie, man. Come on. The like Gopher was like, "It's all right," and he was dancing. It was cool, you know. And like, he ran away from Bill Murray with the little plastic explosives. No. You know, Icewing. If we're talking about dragon puppets, you'd be all about that. You'd be like, "Oh, they were so cool" and stuff like that. Da 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 da. But Icewing's probably more of a CGI guy than actual puppetry practical effects. Maybe, I don't know. He'll probably be like, "Well, you know, Dragonheart was pretty cool. That wasn't really a puppet, more like Dragon Slayer, you know." So, some of the other favorite shows and movies that I like would be Fraggle Rock. That was a Jim Henson classic. Everybody usually knows Fraggle Rock. I don't understand why the Doozers always like to work and the Fraggles used to play. I always thought that playing all the time and have no responsibility whatsoever as a Fraggle is pretty amazing. And Jim Henson actually entered like many different types of worlds within the Fraggle Rock universe. Another one would be Labyrinth. Labyrinth was
good.
Oh my god! And who was your favorite character in Labyrinth?
The crystal ball.
The crystal ball.
You know, the crystal ball that
turned into the cleaner.
Yeah, the crystal ball that he rolled around all the time.
Oh! So you were enjoying the Goblinkin's balls?
Yes.
That's not a character, sir. Okay. Did you enjoy the bulge too?
Yeah, get it.
One of my favorite characters was Bluto. I'll say Luto. And he was this big troll-looking small bad rocks our friends. I think he was definitely a troll. And basically the goblins were all very interesting, and you ended up with a lot of different characters and a lot of catchy songs. So a lot of people would know about the Labyrinth because of David Bowie playing the Goblin King with all the puppets and stuff. But I really enjoyed Dark Crystal that a lot of people don't really know either. And Jimmy Henson wanted to make that series a lot darker than it was to scare the crap out of little kids. Apparently it worked because as adults, some people are still scared of the sketchies. Excuse me. As well as Icewing. I think he was scared of Fritzwitz, the little rolling dog with the and stuff like that. So, and that is coming up in Netflix, and I can't wait for the Age of Resistance because it's all practical effects, and that is amazing. And I just simply love that. You know, I just usually if there's a puppet involved, I actually kind of like it for some reason. And there's some mean puppets out there that are out in the media that you probably don't want to talk to, like crank anchors. Did I say that right, Icewing?
Crank anchors, yes.
Yes, okay. Those puppets were not nice people, okay? they would call you up and just do some really screwed up stuff, and they were not nice at all. Yeah, yeah. So another one I would have to say was Happy Time Murders. Was an awesome movie that I liked. That a lot of critics didn't like because Brian Henson did it, and there was a lot of adult humor, just like in Meet the Feebles. But a lot. I don't know if it would be worse, but it was definitely entertaining in my point of view because I think that just like cartoons can be for kids and adults, obviously, because of South Park, Beavis and Butthead, Rick and Morty. Um,
Let's face it, most cartoons are actually for adults.
yes, so puppets can also be for adults, also. And Brian Henson wanted to show this to the world, but it didn't really get a good views. Now the thing is that it actually had he actually has a live show called Puppet Up, where it's all improvisation and is only allowed 18 plus people, where you actually can see the performers and the puppets do live interacting stuff, and they start with scenarios. Let me tell you, it's some of the funniest things I've ever said. Now, I don't know if you would consider Ted as a puppet, or would he be more CGI? Um, what would you think, Icewing?
I don't know.
I think he's like a hybrid between the two. But Ted is another, I think, an amazing puppet between the. I think he's like a hybrid between CGI and puppetry, and then you get the adult humor once again. So there are a lot of different things out there, and nobody proves it more than Jeff Dunham, because let me tell you what he did with those dummies made it not so nice for for kids and make audiences of all ages or older adults laugh their freaking ass off. Like, well, I know people like Walter. I know people like Peanut. Ahmad.
We know them too, but they're very short lived.
Yeah. Exactly. They're very short lived. We know, what the hell is his name? We know the redneck guy. I forget what his name is. He's not a popular character.
Bubba J.
Bubba J. Sweet Daddy G, whatever. We know all these characters, and they're all freaking amazing in just how they interact with it. And we definitely know jalapeno on a stick. Okay, we don't mention those people at all. Um, no, not at all. So, are you? Did you see the trailer for the new Dark Crystal by any chance, Brian?
Nope.
No, Icewing, no. That's fine. I think you're gonna like it. It looks simply amazing. It's very fantasy oriented. Storyteller was another great Jim Henson thing with puppets. It told a lot of different fables between the Greeks and also a lot of folktale stories in and out. Love that. That was actually pretty cool. Falcor, never ending story. There you go, Icewing. How could I forget Falcor? Falcor was a puppet, right? This is what I get with dealing with dragons. A Never-Ending Story was also another puppish, like, practical effects show. And who could forget Yoda? Yoda was a puppet originally, and he is an awesome puppet indeed. Um, I actually prefer Yoda as old man Hermit Yoda than CGI crazy looking Yoda. It's just, I don't know. It's just, and there have been other shows out there of like if you really want to go old school, like Howdy Doody, which I never got into because I was a little, I never really saw a lot of Howdy Doody, and there was also other amazing puppets out there. And you know what? Yes, Yoda is a puppet monster. Yes, Yoda is. By the way, I would like to. There is a pot cookie monster. By the way,
Oh, yeah, he's my favorite.
pot cookie monster is a thing, and he is a puppet. I think he's like Cookie Monster's bad cousin. Yes. What's
You
up,
say
Jay?
bad, I say awesome.
He said, well, he tries counting to 4, and he doesn't make it good. I'm just saying. Mr. Rogers did have puppets also. I forgot about Meow Meow and the King and stuff like that. Very basic puppets also. But yeah, I can't believe we forgot about Pot Cookie Monster, man. Pot Cookie and me fuzzy and me big or me small. So, there's also a skit with Harry Potter puppets that are pretty kind of scary when they explode. So yeah, the interwebs has all kinds of other different puppets out there. You just have to look and find them out there. Besides the regular media with thing, like I mentioned before, there was Happy Never After with Mr. Floppy. A lot of bunny puppets. There was Greg the Bunny, which was amazing. Also, Meet the Feebles, Happy Time Murders, Gremlins, Critters. If you were into Critters, I never got into Critters. All fucking mean things that eat people. They weren't as cool as Gremlins, in my opinion. So yes, there were a lot of different puppets, and stuff like that out there that is just awesome. And you know what? We constantly come up with new characters and new concepts constantly. Like I did see a dragon at Rhode Island Comic Con. I think his name was Puffy. He seemed very nice. He's a very big dragon. I don't know how he got into the convention hall, but he did, and he was very awesome. Oh, Little Shop of Horrors, feed me, Seymour, feed me. The big ass plant was actually a puppet too, and that musical is awesome. Though I don't think it's cool to have an eating plant that eats bodies. I don't know. You're constantly feeding.
Let the bodies hit the floor? What?
Yeah, I would say they were hitting. No, were they hitting the floor? I know he was like murdering people left and right. So is that a thing?
Yeah, the bodies really didn't hit the floor.
Yeah, they didn't.
More like hit his stomach.
Yeah, and who would have thought that plant could actually sing? It was kind of like scary. And oh wait, I forgot to mention dinosaurs in the 90s with Nakamama. Man, if I ever had a kid like that, wait, I know somebody who does have a kid like that. Never mind. Yes, children could be like Baby Sinclair. If you don't believe me, I can show you the way. I'm just saying. Yeah, and the frying pan thing did actually happen in real life. Um, yeah, but yeah. I love dinosaurs because they were just awesome and their storytelling and just hilarious with their slapstick comedy that like appeared with them. I think I mentioned a lot of shows with puppets and Muppets, and Dummies. I don't know. Trying to think if there's any more. The Ninja Turtles, the original Ninja Turtles were all puppets, by the way. That was actually pretty good. Kind of enjoyed that a lot. Think, 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 think. I think that's pretty much it. I don't know. Well, Icewing's puppets are not his thing, so like I said, check out the new Age of Resistance on Netflix that's coming out from the Dark Crystal. It looks freaking awesome, and I can't wait to go see it. That should be great. Um, Godzilla was just more of a guy in a suit, so I don't know. It wasn't really a
To go against a guy in a suit.
Well, is that really a puppet or like a guy in a suit? He's a giant.
Still.
Yeah. All the older Godzilla movies were pretty cool. I would guess they would be considered puppets if you really want to get a technology. Oh, Mystery Science Theater 3000 was another one with puppets. The little robots that went back and forth that watched bad movies. Yeah, there was still more that I forgot. Oh, Sesame Street always. Cookie Monster is amazing. Animal is one of my other favorites. And we know Icewing likes Pot Cookie Monster, the evil bad cousin of Cookie Monster. All right, guys. So that's pretty much all I have to say. There are amazing other characters out there. I just mentioned a whole bunch of them that you guys can Google out and check out if you're into puppetry, Dummies, and Muppets all around. Though the Muppets have seriously gone downhill since the mouse has taken over. But we still have Brian Henson, who owns Jim Henson Company, who still puts out some amazing stuff out there. Okay. And it's still good. And there's other awesome puppets and Muppets and dummy stuff with ventriloquism out there with comic relief and just some awesome stuff out there that you hear puppets talking back and forth with their human counterparts. And it's always simply amazing. So, our next show, we will be talking about Cloak and Dagger and season 4 of Lucifer. Icewing, you're probably excited about that. Is there any other shows you want to talk about, Icewing?
Not really.
Not really? You think
No.
you think Lucifer and Cloak and Dagger would be good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we will be talking about Lucifer and Cloak and Dagger, and I hope that Moonshine doesn't show up and destroy me because, I didn't mention this in the show, I didn't mention that in the show, and this in the show. Because, like, last time we did a Lucifer episode, I got constantly yelled at and, like, it was kind of scary, actually. I had to hide somewhere because Moonshine had the power of 9,000, and it was scary. She was very scary. Yeah, it was, yeah. We don't mention that. So, to the Geek Clan, we salute you guys. Hopefully you enjoy your week. This is Hump Day! Woo-woo! And I don't know why I did that. So we will be talking about Lucifer and Cloak and Dagger. We're talking about season 1 and 2 with Cloak and Dagger, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We're talking about season 1 and 2 of Cloak and Dagger, and we will also be talking about Lucifer season 4 on Netflix, and the differences between it on Fox and Netflix. I think, as Icewing could tell you, there are some interesting differences between that. So until then, guys, like and subscribe the button, make suggestions for us, me and Icewing, to talk about in the realms of geekiness and nerdisms. And below, make a comment, like and subscribe. Please share this video. It'd be awesome. And we will talk about other things coming up soon. So next Wednesday, we will talk about Lucifer and Detective Douche and Cloak and Dagger. Should be an interesting topic to talk about. So until then, guys, enjoy your day. This is Grimlock Storyhammer signing out, and the ever quiet Icewing in the background.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I just dropped my hammer. Damn it. Come back to me, hammer. Oh, it's not listening. Okay. Uh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. So until then, guys, I will talk to you guys later. This is Grimlock Stunhammer signing out.